this was the most exciting part of the game. Hi! Leafs Nation, stand witness frogs and locusts! Full biblical! Austin Matthews is the Leaf! Why do I watch hockey? Stressfully, mostly. Are you in? That game was trash. Such gross. Weedy Matthews, jump on it! Leafs lose 5-2 to the Washington Capitals in a game that may or may not have actually existed. You know, only 1 out of every 7 days is a Saturday. And Hockey Night in Canada Saturdays are only October through April, October through June if you're lucky. And even then your team's not guaranteed to be playing every night. And the Leafs totally wasted one. I got messages all week leading up to this. Steve, are you coming to Washington? Steve, are you coming to Annapolis? Are you coming to watch this game? Thank God I didn't go watch that game. Pay to watch that game! I know a guy whose wife got them a pair of tickets to that game, and they don't live in Annapolis, which means they drove or flew to that game and paid for it. And the most exciting part of the thing is when the lights went out! Going through this game goal by goal seems like a complete waste of time, so I'm not even gonna do it. Here, I'll do it right up until the point where the Leafs punched out, okay? Travis Dermott takes a holding penalty early on, granted kind of a crappy call, but whatever, the Caps go to the power play. Backstrom puts it on, there's a scramble in front, and Evgeny Kuznetsov buries it. And then what does he do? Yeah! Now granted, it's Evgeny Kuznetsov. He would have done that if he scored the Caps' first goal in a game they were losing 6-0. But that wasn't the case here. It was under 4 minutes into the game, and he looked like he was actually excited to be there. But only a minute and a half later, Polak just puts a floater on from the point, and Hyman banks it in front. Yeah, take that! 1-1! Then the Caps score 59 seconds later, and it's maddening. 3 Leafs behind their own net to the Capitals 2. Nikita Zaitsev is kind of standing at the goalpost, and Alex Ovechkin is standing in front of the net. Zaitsev, who's looking at the puck battle and trying to participate, looks back, sees Ovechkin, and promptly decides he doesn't care. Like, Mitch has got that. And you see Marner rush in like, what the I do? Ovechkin gets the pass from Wilson, and he obviously scores. He's Ovechkin. Thank goodness he didn't get his 600th in this game, but he still hit a milestone with his 40th. It's 2-1 Caps. Game is done. Like, that wasn't the game winner, but game's done. Moore accidentally flips the puck over the glass. Caps power play again. And Backstrom just has way too easy of a time getting past every Leafs defender. He scores 3-1. It's done. We're done. We're long past done. Leafs are losing 3-1 after the first outshot 12-7. And in a game they were losing 3-1, next period they get outshot 18-12. You give up 18 shots a period, that's a pace of 54 shots over a game. You think that's good? In a game you're already losing by 2 goals, you think that's good? When Freddie got beat on the 5th goal, which was a breakaway by the way, he's just kneeling down in the net like, take me away from this place! And in front of a crowd of, what was it, 34,000 people, a national TV audience in the States, which never happens, the Leafs give one of their worst efforts of the season and have a goaltender pulled for the first time all season long. No, that wasn't an exemplary game by Freddie, but he was abandoned. No, it's funny, I was gonna be so calm for this video. I was actually very chill last night watching this, but this is one of the rare scenarios where sleeping on it made it worse. Because I'm listening to some of the things people were saying. Some people were being kind of crybabies about this. Oh, the Leafs have lost 3 straight with Plekanec. Yeah, you don't think you're leaving out a minor detail with regard to those 3 games? Like, hi Tom, we know you just got here, but can you shave and do an Austin Matthews impression for us? Nylander, second among forwards with 18 minutes and 41 seconds of ice time, almost 2 minutes on the power play, 0 shots! Marner, 18 minutes and 37 seconds, 1 shot. Who led the Leafs in shots last night? Go ahead, take a guess. You have 3, 2, 1. Morgan Riley with 6. And it's funny, you go into the outdoor game with a certain expectation. Look, it's windy, I think it was slightly above 0. You expect the ice to suck. Your goals have got to be greasy. So Morgan Riley's got the right idea, just put the puck on net. Zach Hyman's got the right idea, go to the net and the puck goes off you, wonderful. But the Caps were scoring off of plays where the Leafs forgot they existed and like breakaway skilled plays. What the hell? Was the ice trash? I don't know, maybe. It kind of looked like concrete to me, but it didn't seem to affect the way the Capitals played. Like, one of the defense mechanisms in my head was like, it's an outdoor game. Outdoor games shouldn't count in the standings. It's a little wonky, but yes, they should. They're on an even playing field. Let's say the ice sucks. The ice sucks for both teams. It's amazing that the team wearing uniforms whiter than the ice was forgot about the team wearing navy blue and bright red. I think what got me so fired up was Babcock talking after the game. Man, when he's right, he's right. You know, you only get so many opportunities. And the first part of me was like, he said it. And then I thought, yeah, are you gonna look back on this with any kind of pride ever? It's a privilege to play in the National Hockey League, and a lot of players who make the National Hockey League don't stick around for a long time. And an even smaller percentage of those players get to play in an outdoor game. A lot of these guys played in an outdoor game last season and won! So I don't know, maybe it's old hat to them. We don't care. They looked like they didn't care about that game. They were done. When the lights went out, yeah, that was the most entertaining part of the game, but once the game started, it was almost like a bummer. The fans felt it and the players absorbed it. Just, ugh, now we gotta finish this. It's funny, they were talking on the broadcast like, I don't know, do they maybe shut the game down and award the Capitals the win? And I knew they would never do that with 10 minutes to go, but part of me is like, ugh, please do. What do you think they were gonna do? Come back with that effort? No way! Look, I feel betrayed, okay? I feel betrayed because I was at an event last night, it was Puck Talks, and I defended the Leafs the whole time. You know what I said? One thing people have been saying about this team, and I'll stick by this. Hey, you know, they got to go through Tampa or Boston, and I think they can get through one of them maybe, but not both. What goofy world do you live in? If they can beat one, of course they can beat both. And then they lay an egg worthy of Mother Goose. First 3-goal loss in exactly a month. Yeah, way to go on a huge stage. It was so bad that apparently in the States they turned away from the game to go to the local news and then SNL. Yeah, way to go there, Gary. Good thing the Olympics didn't kill any momentum. God, part of me wants to think that was just NBC giving a big F you to the league. Alright, let's show the American women a bunch of times wearing their gold medals. At least they actually won something. Alright, they're gone. Okay, get rid of these 2 NHL teams. Nobody cares. Look, okay, some of my anger's a little misguided right now. Look, the Leafs have been so hot lately. They've been without Matthews, yeah. You can maybe use that as an excuse for a game you lost by 1 goal. Not like this. Not like this. When the puck dropped for this game, half the team was still on the beach in Florida. And oh, you think you're at a disadvantage because you don't have Matthews. Yeah, the next team that you're playing is Buffalo. And they have the disadvantage of being the Sabres. So I hope on this beautiful Sunday, Babcock skates the Leafs through the concrete so that they can be ready for the challenge of the Buffalo Sabres. And you need to look at it that way. Oh, the Sabres are a joke. No! Too many teams, I think, are taking the Sabres easily, and that's why they've been able to rack up points recently. And when you're fighting for home ice, you don't get to take anybody seriously. It's the National Hockey League. Even the bad teams are good. Don't believe me when I say there's a danger of sleeping through certain teams. The Coyotes are 7-2-1 in their last 10. In fact, they're only 1 point behind Buffalo now with a game in hand. Caps fans, if I were you, I'd be mad that the Leafs didn't turn out a classic like they did with the Red Wings. It was a sloppy classic, but at least it was fun and involved overtime. And that's a lie. No, I wouldn't. I'd be happy that my team mopped the floor with a team that gave them trouble in the playoffs. Oh yeah, almost a year later and you think you're way better? Shit, get back down to where you belong. I'd also be mad at Travis Dermott for trying to hit Tom Wilson. That was crazy. That was a little bush league, but luckily he seems okay and all's well that ends well. That's how I would act if I were you. Oh, and one last note about Buffalo. Yeah, they lost their most recent game to the Florida Panthers, but they won their 2 before that. Guess who they were against? Tampa and Boston. You cannot sleep through this league. Now let's go to questions because you deserve my time a lot more than this game does. On a scale of 1 to Fraser McLaren, how scared should I be of Matt Martin being in the playoff lineup? Yeah, I saw a few tweets similar to this. Look, I mean, the Leafs are probably emotional after a loss like that, and he might get a game or 2 in, but the Leafs have, what, 13 wins out of their last 17 or 18 games? I've said it before, I'll say it again. They're stubborn, but they're not stupid. But to validate that idea, not every player who played in this outdoor game should get to play the next game against the Sabres. No way. You have too many spares. Maybe Levo gets another chance. Maybe Connor Carrick gets in a game. Oh good, they're scratching Polak? No, at least Polak got an assist in this one. Maybe give Zaitsev a seat for a change. Honestly, I don't even care if it's the best decision after a game like that. Someone should get a seat. With the spot in the playoffs basically locked up, is there anything the Leafs still need to do for you to consider this a successful season? Yeah, when they get to the playoffs, to not look like ass. I shouldn't even say that. That comparison is an insult to yoga pants. The Leafs didn't even look like ass. Is this too heated for a Sunday morning? I'm sorry. Is Florida's run going to propel them all the way to a division spot? Honestly, I think the Panthers are more likely to make the playoffs than they aren't, but they're 17 points behind the Leafs. Yes, with 5 games in hand. But holy smokes, they better friggin' not. The Panthers could win like every game for the rest of the season and they shouldn't be able to pass the Leafs. If history is any indicator, the Leafs have one of these a month. Let that be the one for the month of March. Would you say Washington had a lights out kind of game? Congratulations, you're a dad. Do you like outdoor games even if the Leafs aren't involved? Years ago, I used to watch all the outdoor games because, wow, look, it's cool. And now I might still watch, but I'm not actively searching that out. For me, the novelty wore out a long time ago. Maybe it has for the players too. But I mean, that dance routine at the end of the game, Caps fans seemed happy. I think I'd look on this game a lot more positively if the Leafs just showed a general effort. We'll end on this one. This is a great one. How about only one outdoor game a year with it being the All-Star game? That is a wicked idea. There's There's only one downfall to it though, and it's kind of a major one. You know where this year's All-Star Game was? Tampa, Florida. Methinks they would have had difficulty with an outdoor rink, but I mean, it's a neat idea. Don't restrict yourself to it though. If you want to have the All-Star Game in Tampa, have it be in Tampa and have it be indoors. And then if you want to host it in, like, I don't know, Minnesota, Winnipeg, yeah, have it outside. I just think that's a cool idea in a world that could use more cool ideas. So that is it for this one. Thank goodness. I am sorry any of us were subjected to that game. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Don't let this video be a reflection on the game. And oh my god, I hope they beat Buffalo.